Revelation 965. From the 15th of June 1939. Demons. Temptations. Love for matter. The demons lie in wait for every weak moment and seize the weak-willed soul to bring it down. Man's struggle is in vain until he commends himself to the Father in heaven, and blessed is he who flees to him in such distress, for he truly needs divine help. The hostile power has unbelievable power over a weak human heart and often uses such means, which require fierce resistance, which man in his weakness cannot muster alone. But divine love is always ready for the earthly child, if only you think. The soul incessantly seeks to defeat itself, but earthly possessions hypocritically lure it, and the adversary tempts the earthly child in every conceivable way, and the inclination towards matter is to be finally completely overcome. All desire for it is to be stripped away, and instead only spiritual possession is to be striven for, and yet man again and again falls into the hands of the enemy if even the slightest love for possession makes him strive for it, because then his power is all the greater the more man lets himself become a slave of his earthly goods. And once he has recognized which weakness makes man fall, he will not let up with temptations of this kind. And again we want to call out to you, watch and pray, lest you fall into temptation. For the enemy tries to bring about the apostasy from God with cunning, and for this he always uses the weakest moments in the life of man and then has the strongest influence on the soul, which recognizes the temptation, and yet a certain timidity drives it to comply with the desire of the enemy power, and thus clings to matter again instead of declaring war on it. And so the slightest occasion can lead to spiritual decline, and a pure heart can be stained if the help of God is not availed of. But on the other hand, an earthly child desiring the help of God and thus standing in the light and in grace, will successfully face every challenge, for his request for deliverance from the power of the adversary will soon be granted, and matter will appear more and more distant to him, and the inclination for it will be completely overcome. Amen.